Transcription number 155, speed 100 words per minute. Start. Mr. Chairman, sir, I rise to support the demand for grants of the Ministry of Labour. On this occasion, I would like to draw the attention of the government through you to the fact that labour constitutes the power of a nation. But for the last few years, a cruel mockery of labour force has been made in India, a nation that provides labour opportunities and where labour is worshipped, becomes prosperous and developed. But I would like to draw the attention of the Honourable Minister to the happenings of the last few years so that the repetition thereof is avoided. The figures of the last 5 years stand a testimony in our records to the fact that the opportunities of employment have been lessened in India. The policies that tended to lessen the opportunities of work have been enforced in this country. 2 crore and 35 lakh educated unemployed youths had registered their names in 1985 in different employment exchanges in India. The figures of mid-89 collected after a gap of 4.5 years reveal the number of such youths as approximately 3 crore and 50 lakhs. This means an increase of 1 crore and 15 lakhs in a period of 4.5 years. Yet many rural educated youths do not have access to these exchanges. The then government stated that the number of educated unemployed thus would touch 5 crores if the rural folk were also taken into account. The then government had also conceded that if rural uneducated youths were also added to this number, their number would be 10 crore youths, that is 20 crore hands idling for want of jobs and employment. This is the direct result of the policies adopted for the last 7 years in our country. Through you, I would like to draw the attention of the government towards this problem. During the last 5 years, there has been a large-scale advent of foreign companies in India and restriction of manual employment opportunities in the name of computerization has resulted in rampant unemployment. More than 30 crore people are living below the poverty line in India today. 1/3 of them get work for 6 months, only 2/3 of them for 7 months in a year, and only 4% of such people work for 9 months in a year. A new ray of hope has been spread amongst the youth with the assuming of office of Ministry of Labour by the Honourable Minister Shri Ram Vilas Paswan. I would therefore like to draw his kind attention to the problems and sufferings of the people of my constituency. Many big industries have been closed down in Bihar. More than 5,000 unemployed people have been waiting for years so as to get some work. The gravity of the situation can be judged from the fact that dozens of youths have committed suicide during the last 5 years there. I had an opportunity of visiting that place recently. The mothers and sisters in the families of such persons are compelled to indulge in flesh trade in order to pacify their hunger for food. All this is happening there only due to the wrong policies adopted in the past. 18 big industries and approximately 15,000 small and medium scale industries are lying closed in Bihar. More than 25,000 other industries are on the verge of closure, and the labor force thereof has either been rendered unemployed or is on the verge of being rendered jobless. So far as the rural labor force, particularly in Bihar, is concerned, the National Rural Employment Program and Jawahar Rojgar Yojana were implemented, but there is a widespread talk about these programs in the villages of Bihar that earlier the landlords exploited the people in the villages, but another class of landlords is rising in the shape of bureaucracy that consists of overseers, block development officers, and engineers who are collectively looting the poor laborers now. If there is an earthwork scheme of rupees 1 lakh for which the laborers are to be paid an amount of rupees 172 per labor, you will be surprised to know that they are actually paid rupees 70 only, and the balance amount of rupees 102 is pocketed by the bureaucrats. It is an open secret. The Honorable Minister will come to know everything about their plight if he visits the villages where the laborers do the earthwork of the roadsides, not in the capacity of a minister but as an ordinary citizen. He will also find for himself as to how the rural laborers are being subjected to rampant exploitation and how does the bureaucracy plunder them of their rightful earnings so as to fill their own coffers. Politicians are also responsible to some extent because it is under their patronage that this act of looting the poor is being done. I would like to urge upon the Honorable Minister that the ministry should look into all these malpractices. I beg to suggest to the House that from the point of view of coordination, what is more important is cooperation at a much lower level than that we represent. As far as the center is concerned, there has been a suggestion made from various quarters of the House that what we seem to be suffering from as far as the central government is concerned is lack of coordination between the various ministries. For some months now, we have been working with an economic committee of the cabinet in which all the ministers who are concerned with the economic side of administration meet often, sometimes twice a week, to consider jointly the economic problems that affect them all. And since I am perhaps very directly concerned with the working of that committee, I think I have some right to say that we have made a certain measurable degree of progress in the matter of coordination at the center.